The story starts with a man named Hutch. He is sitting in front of FBI agents. They ask him, "Who are you really?" Then the story goes back in time. Hutch is not a normal man. He is an assassin. His job is to kill people. He works on secret missions, fighting and spilling blood. Because of this life, Hutch is slowly losing connection with his family. His wife, Becca, waits for him at dinner every evening, but Hutch almost never comes home on time. One night, Becca wants to text him, "We need to talk." But in the end, she doesn't send the message. One day, Hutch finally spends time at home. He realizes how far away he feels from his family. In the morning, his kids go to school and his wife leaves for work. Before leaving, Becca says, "Summer break is almost here." Hutch replies, "We should do something as a family. Let's go somewhere together. I'll make the plan. But first, I have an assignment today." Becca wants to say something more, but she keeps quiet again. Hutch leaves for his mission. His job is to steal something, but it takes much longer than he thought. His handler, Barbara, asks, "Why did it take so long?" "It was supposed to be simple." Hutch explains, "First, I had to fight everyone in the elevator. After I took their key card, another gang with guns was waiting outside." Barbara says, "I thought maybe 1 or 2 groups would want this." Hutch replies, "Not 1 or 2, 3. After beating the gunman, Hutch also fought a Brazilian gang with machetes. But he defeated them all by himself." Barbara shrugs. "Doesn't matter. The job is done. Your debt went down by $800,000. We learn that Hutch once burned the money of a Russian gangster. Since then, he has been paying off a huge debt. But Hutch says, "I need a break." Barbara tells him, "Good luck, but remember, this job is part of your nature, and nature always wins." Later, Hutch remembers seeing an advertisement during the fight. It was for an amusement park called Plumberville. He shows his family a video of the park, filled with rides and water slides. Hutch says, "This place has everything. Even Grandpa will enjoy it." But when the kids hear that Grandpa is coming, they lose some interest. Hutch explains, "This is the only place my father took me when I was a kid. I want us to go there together, just once." Hearing this, the family agrees. They go to pick up Hutch's father, David. Before getting into the car, David puts out his cigar. Then the family drives away, singing songs together on the road. The family arrives at Plumberville. They walk toward the water park, but find out it is closed for the day. Instead, the staff give them hot dog coupons. At the hot dog stand, Hutch remembers coming here as a kid with his brother Harry. They used to eat in this same spot. But now, in that seat, sits the local sheriff. He looks at Hutch and says, "What are you looking at?" The air between them becomes tense. Hutch takes the hot dogs and sits with his family. After eating, they go to the arcade to play games. Hutch's son Brady wins a lot of tickets. He gives them to a group of girls nearby. But one of the girls' boyfriends gets angry. He tells Brady to apologize, even though Brady did nothing wrong. Then the boy grabs Hutch's daughter Sammy's toy and rips it apart. Brady defends his sister, and a fight starts. The arcade manager comes in to stop it. Hutch also tries to calm everyone down. Becca, his wife, says, "Let's just leave." As the family walks out, the arcade manager slaps little Sammy on the head. That is too much for Hutch. He turns back inside. This time, Hutch shows his true self. He fights them one by one, beating everyone in the arcade. In the end, he slaps the arcade manager the same way he slapped Sammy. Because of this, the police arrest the family for questioning. While waiting, Brady looks at his dad and says, "What you did was awesome." But Hutch doesn't think so. Later, the sheriff takes Hutch to his office. Sitting in the sheriff's chair is a man named Wyatt. He controls the whole town. The boy from the arcade is actually Wyatt's son. Wyatt demands answers. Hutch says calmly, "One of those men hit my daughter. If you were me, what would you have done?" Hearing this, Wyatt lets Hutch go, but the sheriff secretly gives his officers different orders. That night at the hotel, Becca is angry at Hutch. She says, "Why did you let your violent side show? Our son is already becoming too aggressive." She suspects Hutch is hiding something in his work bag, but when she opens it, all she finds is a bottle of wine, the same wine they drank when they first met. Becca softens. She hugs Hutch, and they talk. She says, "From the moment I met you, I knew who you really were. You were covered in blood." The next day, the family relaxes and plays more games together. Meanwhile, Hutch's father David stays at his old lodge. Hutch notices a police officer secretly taking photos of them. Later, the family goes on a duck boat ride. The same officer appears again, this time with a group of thugs. Hutch quickly puts his family onto one boat, but says his stomach hurts, so he joins another boat. The officer follows him. When the boat leaves, the officer whispers, "We told you to leave." Then the thugs attack Hutch. The fight happens on the moving boat, but the tourists don't notice because they are wearing headphones. During the fight, the officer cuts off Hutch's finger with a knife. The finger falls into the water, and a fish swallows it. Then the thugs throw Hutch overboard, but Hutch climbs back onto the boat, furious. He fights with full power, destroys the thugs, and smashes the officer's face. After escaping, Hutch calls his brother Harry. He explains that Plumberville isn't like he remembered. Harry tells him, "Of course not. It's an old trade route. Dad didn't take us there for fun. He had a mission. The police work with a syndicate." Meanwhile, Wyatt and the sheriff prepare to ship out cargo. Wyatt says once the cargo is gone, his father's debt will be paid. But Hutch's handler Barbara warns him, Plumberville is controlled by a ruthless woman named Lendina. She never forgives anyone who costs her money. Lendina calls the sheriff and gives an order. Bring me something Wyatt loves most. The sheriff kidnaps Wyatt's son, Max, but Hutch shows up. He threatens the sheriff with fire. If anything happens to the shipment, Lendina will destroy you. Leave my family alone. The sheriff agrees, but as Hutch walks away, he sees Max begging for help. Hutch tries to leave but cannot. He turns back, rescues Max, and a huge explosion destroys the cargo. When Lendina learns her shipment is gone, she becomes furious. The sheriff warns her, the man behind this is still here with his family. Lendina orders, bring every soldier you can. Back at David's lodge, the family regroups. Even Brady and Max shake hands. But Becca is angry at Hutch. You promised me. Take the kids and leave. Hutch says, it's out of my control. But Becca answers, you're my husband. Fix this. Hutch goes to Wyatt. At first, Wyatt attacks him, thinking Hutch burned the shipment. But Hutch explains he saved Wyatt's son. Wyatt believes him and warns, Lendina killed my father. She's coming with an army. Wyatt shows Hutch his hidden weapons stash. They decide to fight at the water park. Hutch sets traps, bombs, and hidden weapons. His brother Harry arrives to help. Hutch also frees a wolf dog to join the chaos. Soon, Lendina's soldiers enter the town. Some go to David's lodge. Becca arms her son Brady with a dart gun and slips out to fight. The sheriff tries to take control, but Lendina has him gunned down. Then the battle begins. Explosions rip through the park. Hutch uses rides and attractions as weapons. In the mirror maze, soldiers can't tell reflection from reality. In the ball pit, hidden landmines explode. Wyatt is shot in the leg, but keeps fighting. Hutch sends one soldier flying down a water slide. David mows down enemies with a machine gun. At the lodge, more soldiers arrive. Harry fights them in a sword duel and wins. Brady even defeats one soldier himself. Harry smiles, your dad would be proud. Finally, Hutch faces Lendina. She sends her best fighters, who almost kill him, but Wyatt shoots them down from behind. Lendina throws a knife into Wyatt, killing him. She turns to finish Hutch, but Becca arrives with the dart gun. She fires into Lendina's eye, killing her. More soldiers rush in, but David detonates the bombs. The entire park explodes. Hutch and Becca jump into a pool, kissing under the water as the park burns. And then we return to the beginning. Hutch and Becca sit in an FBI interrogation room, but before the FBI can question them further, a phone call comes. After hearing the orders, the agents immediately release Hutch and Becca. The end.